Hello and howdy, and welcome back to Cities Skylines 2. We are starting a new fun series where we will take Cities Skylines 1 interchanges, make them in Cities Skylines 2, and stress test them in the end to see how good they perform in the sequel. This series is of course possible because of you guys' comments, and for our pilot episode, we are going to make this gyroscope interchange made by AgUsingNavy over on Steam Workshop. Check out the interchange, this is an absolute banger. Before we move on, if you enjoy this video then please leave a like, and if you are new or enjoy my content, please subscribe, and a huge thank you to these for joining the Patreon, and thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. First things first, the location. This interchange can only be placed or made in a well flat area because of how expansive this is. In comparison, this interchange will be slightly larger than the biggest interchange we have in Cities Skylines 2. So for our case, we are in a Coral Reaches map. We have this beautiful flat area for our interchange itself. It's perfectly divided into 4 quadrants, each quadrant handling the traffic for the another one. If everything goes right, then the interchange should basically function like this. Alright, we got things planned. We have made a rough estimate how it will look in the game, or at least how it should look if it plays out all good. But let's jump into the build. Yeah, let's come here. Nice and flat land. So I will choose the 3-lane one-way highway road and make a 3-unit wide square here in the middle. This will act as our guideline base, and for the guidelines I will turn on parallel road tool, and from here I will extend the road to around 53 units. If you want, you can extend more or less. Just note this interchange is a big one, so wanna maybe lower it down to around 50 units or maybe 46 units. Totally depends on you. After we have these on all 4 sides, I will snap to both of the couplets guidelines where they meet, and from here I will extend another couplet to however far you want. You can always delete the extra if not needed. But we will do this on all 4 sides, and apologies if the camera movements look too janky. I am making this at 75 FOV, so it's quite zoomed in. They are basically these legs that we looked earlier from where we will make the whole interchange. Okay, so we will take this road, extend it further to about 15 units more on all sides. Then we have to do a curve that comes down. So I think about 121 degrees should be a good sweet spot, and for the distance I think around 40 units should be a good length for it. You can take this even wider, but just note that placement of this curve will decide how big the inner circle loop will be, and you can see how this is looking now with the curve. And just note, after this is somewhat of an important step too. So first things first, we will remove all the extra guidelines we created except the middle circle, as things are about to get high. So we will grab the same 2-lane one-way road, reduce the elevation step to 2, which is 2.5 meter of variation, and we will curve our road from here, possibly snap to the other road guidelines at 7.5 meter and at 135 degree angle, which would roughly come around 51.7 units of length, and place it. The reason why we are taking this over in the skies is because around this place the other ramp is still on the ground, so to cross it we will need to be elevated. Not crazy high, but just 7.5 meter, which is actually a sweet spot. And we are noting the length and angle because of for the last connection there will be nothing to snap on, so we will rely on these 2 metrics to have that ramp in the perfect place. And looking at them, I think it looks symmetrical or can be divided in equally in 4 segments. Now we grab the curve tool and extend these ramps by snapping on the below one's guidelines, then push it to the top till it reaches right next to the other ramp. And we are basically going to be doing this for the rest 4 of as well. And you can start to see the ninja star type of pattern taking shape. And now, taking the straight tool, I will extend the remaining part over the other ramp enough that it just crosses it, and we have enough spacing left before the connection such that we can slope the road down to the ground height and connect it with the one on its left. And yet again, we will do the same thing on all the ones. And the reason to extend it over the ramp at same height is so it creates the spacing, because at 7.5 meter of height, game only allows the roads to have quays unless there is something going underneath them. And just take a look how this is looking from the ground level. Some connections look a little bit janky and we have bumps here and there. Well, that is because we didn't use Anarchy, so it created those itself. But we will fix these later on, so no need to worry. Now we have made the blue connections, and now let's make the red ones. For those, I will select one lane one-way road, and we will come out from here where we left one lane space and make this road go parallel to its older brother for a while, and then using the continuous curve tool, curve it around and snap it to the end all nicely. And again, repeat the same on all sides, and just quickly take a look at this interchange. Slowly but surely, it's forming up. Now we can move on to the final bit. Okay, so if you take a look here, we have the contour line on every side of this particular road, and its position is also the same. That means for our circle, we can start from here, maybe around 180 degree, snap and increase the elevation to 5 meter, and for the distance I think somewhat in the 39 units should be a good number, and then increase the elevation to 7.5 and connect it to the other ramp. And yet again, for the last time, we will do this on all the 3 remaining sides, and I think the game has done a decent job with the ramps. We may have to fix some areas where it kind of went in rather than up, but overall this is looking pretty good. So before we start with the fixing and detailing, let's do a small size comparison. So if I zoom out and whip out the interchanges, the last one in the pack, 4-level stack interchange, is the biggest interchange that we have in Cities Skylines 2. And just look at it compared to this gyroscope interchange. It's slightly smaller than the gyroscope, and as I said, this interchange is big, but you can condense it if you want. Just not sure how much though, and that is up to the experimentation. I think now it's the perfect time to detail, but we will start the fixing of the roads first, as we did had some major hiccups here and there. So for these, we are going to use Move It tool, select the nodes and change their height a little bit, and make sure everything is either smooth or going straight and not a roller coaster, And after doing this, I can come to net lanes where I can choose a chevron pattern and just place it. Do note that the arrows should be pointing in the opposite direction of the cars traveling. And after this, I can come to the vanilla asphalt pattern and place it to hide the extra chevron marking. And then we will follow the same road and fix the loop over here. Despite us choosing the 5 meter elevation, the road still came down and then went up again 5 meters. So let's fix that with the Move It, and then later upgrade it to Quay, as I think that looks a bit more elegant and it also works for the safety. And we have to do the same for the rest 3 sides. So let's quickly do that and start the actual detailing. One thing you should note, that net lanes do not work on the elevated areas, so for them you will have to place the decals rather than net lanes. All you have to do is to choose the decal, set it to the height of the road and just place it using the line tool. And same thing works with the asphalt decal. set it to the correct height and then place it to cover the extra chevron markings. So for the middle here, I want to have a lake here. Again, we are just decorating it, but you can do anything you want. It's not necessary to do something which is similar to what is done in Steam Workshop screenshots. So I need to find the height of the lowest part of the ramp. So I will make a small mountain here and get the height, which is around 517 meters. So we need our water level to be around 514 meters. So let's cut the lake and add water. And now we can do the rock work. So again, using the line tool at very low spacing with some spacing variation and decent offset variation, we can get a pretty good result over here. Now we add some bushes. This is going to be a manual job in our case because the line tool cannot do the job that we want. So we will be using variations in different bushes to create a really good look. And to create some variations in the loops, you can simply do some terraforming or landscaping work there to create some variations. And here we can add some bushes and maybe place them in crevices, and then some big bushes and small trees like London and Linden again in the crevices. And just look at this wide shot of the interchange with the lake and all the foliage detailing that we have done, which actually doesn't look that dense like many of you have said I do, but this is a part of learning. And just take a closer look at the rocks and the lake. And lastly, with the detailing, I will go ahead and plant some trees out of the rings and overall surrounding area so it doesn't look all empty and boring. And then we can finally move on to the stress test. Okay, hear me out. You would have noticed that I have changed one aspect of the interchange. I was holding to explain myself till now. So you see all these ramps and highways in the Cities Skylines 1 version. You have a duplicate of that same road which starts from the same place and ends at the same place. It makes it look like a couplet, but the only difference it actually has and provides is the left one here is a direct connection from start to the end, whereas in the other one you have an off and on ramp connected to it. So you see that yes, if people want to take the off ramp, then this highway would make sense, but in my opinion it's kind of waste of resources if you really go deep into city planning and efficient ways to get things done. So I basically connected both of them into this one road that does all the things. I hope this makes sense because the first time I looked at this arrow marked photo, I was kind of confused as to the significance of the other highway. So, we kind of merged them together and here we are. Okay, so now with that out of the way from my chest, we will take the 3-lane one-way road with parallel road tool and extend it all the way, and then using our same 4-lane highway road and its duplicate which has zoning for our placement of traffic spawners. I am going to start with 16 traffic spawners, so 4 on each side. Now let's come to our spot and hit play and set the speed to 3 times and just sit till it settles down and we have some traffic here. Okay, so it's been some time and it is looking quite empty and barren here, as if there is nothing going on. We barely have any vehicles on the interchange, and for now this interchange has successfully handled 16 traffic spawners. So let's bump this up to 24 by adding 2 more spawners on each side. I know this is not that much, but we will have to start slowly, and then if we need, we can add big numbers. So let's see how this one performs. We will speed up a little till it settles. And the traffic has increased, but it's not that much. So that means this interchange has survived 24 traffic spawners. Let's bump it up to 8, and that means 2 on each side again, which will make this a total of 32 traffic spawners. And let's see how much it does. I don't think it would do much, but we'll have to see. And well, nope, nothing much changed. Maybe it's a tiny bit of increase in traffic volume, but personally I haven't seen anything that significant. So that means we are going to add another 12 traffic spawners this time. So 3 on each side, making a total of 44 traffic spawners. Mind you, in our last Cities Skylines zone interchange, we had the traffic jam at 32 spawners. Hopefully this will do something and add some. I know this interchange is way bigger than that, but we will have to see how this performs. And from the looks of it, I don't think this even budged a single person. So let's move to another level. 56 traffic spawners, another 12 increase from before. Let's fast forward a bit and check when this settles. I am seeing a small difference, but it's not that major. We are definitely slowly seeing the traffic is increasing, but not that much. So okay, this time let's increase it by 16, that is 4 on each side, making a total of 72 traffic spawners. And let's fast forward till it settles, and again I'm seeing some traffic, but that's not at the level I would want. But it's we are basically at the double the number of traffic spawners compared to the first one that we made with it kind of got full in 32 traffic spawners. So I would think that this will also fill up in at least 56 or 72, but nothing. So I'm not leaving till we backlog this interchange. Hey, listen. I am here sitting and watching this, and I'm blown away that this interchange is able to take like 178 traffic spawners. Here's the thing, either I am doing something wrong which I believe it might be, because what is going on, huh? 178 traffic spawners, and we have no issues in any of the this whole layout. We have 178 spawners. There is no traffic over here or here. There's no black backlog over here, neither over here, not this area, just a little bit, but it's still flowing. And we are over here having not a single backlog or dead spot. What is happening? I think I may be doing something wrong, but the only time we are having like a slight traffic is where we have like some slow vehicle in front, and then it creates like a long sweep of cars. So I'm not sure what's happening. I'm here sitting for like half an hour. It's just not buzzing. Whatever amount of traffic spawners I throw, there's just no, I can handle it. I mean, I get it, this interchange is very expensive, but I don't know, Comment down below, because I think I'm doing something wrong, but or maybe suggest some patterns that I can try for our next interchanges, for testing the interchange basically. Right now, if we take a look, it's basically like this sort of like arrow over here. So we have traffic spawners like lined up separately from the like main road over here, which is Elizabeth Lane over here in our case. So each branch basically has maximum of 6 traffic spawners. In the last I added a few more because we were getting out of space. But if you have any idea how we can do this differently, then comment down below, share your thoughts and designs on Discord or Twitter, tag me in, and we'll see what we can do. But I can't. I give up on this. Either we are starting off like really good with these with this series, or this interchange is just something else, I guess. So if you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and subscribe for more content like these, and check out my Patreon to support the channel and the work that I do. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, enjoy the cinematics and happy building.